What's the difference between classical and romantic music? Find out next on another Festival Mosaic Notable Encounter Online. When we use the word classical music, it is a blanket term for Western art music, but we are also talking about the classical era. The classical era between 1750 and 1810 valued hierarchy, simplicity, symmetry, and most importantly, order. What do you notice about that music? One thing I notice is that the phrases can be grouped as 2 groups of 4, 4 groups of 2, or a big group of 8. Listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a classical era piece of music written by Boccherini. Classical equals symmetry and order for the most part. When we use the word romantic, we're not talking about love songs. Romanticism was a reaction or even a revolt against the order of the classical era. Romantic era composers will also write 4-bar phrases just like Boccherini, but they do so in order to establish rules that they will soon break. Here's a passage from Dvorak. Like the Boccherini, I will count along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We just played 5 phrases for you, and in only one did we count to 4. This wandering asymmetric quality is the essence of Romanticism. In a typical classical piece, you will find that the first violin gets the melody. Well, if that's a rule, as a Romantic composer, it behooves Dvorak to break those rules and give the melody to the second violin. Or the cello. Or a cello and bass combination. Dvorak even starts the beginning of the quintet with a viola solo. In the Romantic movement, especially in music, there is a great value placed on the idea of unity. This quintet features 4 very different parts or movements of music. Each movement germinates from a very small amount of music that determines the DNA of the whole. That is one of the main tunes of the first movement. If we examine what I played, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. It seems I only play those 5 notes in my melody. It turns out, if I play those same 5 notes in a different order, I get the second movement. A different order, the third movement. And a different order still, the fourth movement. They all sound different because the accompaniment is different. In the second movement, the accompaniment is a folk dance. The third is played very slowly, like a song. And the fourth is fast and energetic. And finally, the wandering quality that is the essence of Romanticism means that melodies are longer and often without a definite end. Going back to our classical Boccherini example, you can hear that when I play, that's the end of the melody. With that in mind, try to find the end of the melody in the first movement. Or the long melody in the third movement. Next time, on another Festival Mosaic Notable Encounter online, we'll explore the difference between two Romantic composers, Dvorak and Brahms.